All right, good morning, everyone. I have, by popular demand, I'm doing this video to show how to complete page 49, which was a bit difficult for some of you to do. And what we wanted to do was answer this question: why do some organisms make one type of protein for a feature while other organisms make two? And so we're supposed to use these words: gene, protein, gene version, trait, heterozygous, which a lot of you have difficulty pronouncing, heterozygous, and homozygous. And let's think about the word organism. We see the word organism here twice. What does it mean? So let's look at what an organism is. So I mean, if you, some of you can maybe do this, type organism, and says here an individual, animal, plant, or single-celled life form. Anything that lives, creatures, animals, plants. If you click on images, we see elephants. We see organisms, some organisms that live in our body, like bacteria and cells, and these water bears, DNA, mushrooms, spiders, koala bears, frogs, fish, butterflies. And so all of these represent organisms. And so in the simulations that we've seen, we have observed that organisms have either two copies of a gene. And what we're referring to is not this page, but this page here. These are the two copies of the gene. These are the two copies of a gene, and this is page 53. And they can have two of the same versions. These gene versions are the same, or they can have different gene versions. These are gene copies from an offspring of a spider, which is an organism. So going back, organisms have either two copies of a gene that are the same version, or they can have two different versions. And in the readings, the hemophilia readings, we learn that scientists have specific terms. And the specific terms that they use for the same is homozygous. And if a version is different, we refer to it as heterozygous. So same, homo, different, hetero. If you can remember that, then you'll remember the differences between both. And if we look at what we have here, when we finished page 53, right? Homozygous, same gene version, and we have heterozygous. This offspring is homozygous. This offspring is heterozygous with different gene copies, gene versions, and so we want to type there. In the readings, we learned that scientists have specific terms to describe these combinations of gene versions. They can either be heterozygous or homozygous. Okay, and if you already completed this, I'm looking it over. You don't have to type exactly what I have written, but if it helps you, then be my guest. Okay, and just click on that post button, and that is all for today.